give you guys a second to go over to the YouTube to get on live. This Instagram is about to be muted, okay? Okay, I am on YouTube. The thing is, I am on YouTube, but I don't know how to tell if somebody else is on YouTube with me. So I need somebody over here to go on YouTube and tell me if you can hear me on YouTube. This is my very first time going live here, so I don't know. How do I know if people are on the YouTube? Hold on, you guys. If you're on YouTube, let me see if I can go from my desktop. Let me see real quick. So it says that I am, oh, there's people on the YouTube. Hold on.
There's people on the YouTube.
Okay. Can you guys comment on the YouTube? I don't know. I don't know, but we are going to go ahead and get started. So let me mute out Instagram. Instagram, if you are on this live, you got to come to YouTube to see it. YouTube, we're about to get started right now. Give me 2 seconds. All right, here we go. Welcome, YouTube. Yes, I am so super excited to be here. This is my very first live training inside of YouTube. I am not sure 100% how to work this, but we are playing with it. This is testing. We are playing with it. So I am super, super excited to see you guys here. And I want to go ahead and jump in it. My chat is disabled on YouTube. I'm not sure. Okay, 2 seconds. Y'all don't go anywhere. Let me see if I can get the chat right. Hold on 1 second. Let me just see real quick. Okay, I don't think I'll be able to do it on this particular live stream unless I cut it off, and I don't want to have to cut it off to do it now. So sorry, you won't be able to chat, but here we go. So I want to talk about how to make growing your business a whole lot easier, because I think sometimes we are just doing the most and overlooking some of the most basic things that we could honestly be doing to grow our business. And it doesn't have to be as hard as you are making it. So here we go. It doesn't have to be as hard as you can make it. Like, oftentimes entrepreneurs are looking for this miraculous, like 1-2 step to make growing their business so easy, but you're often overlooking the things that you need to do. So I don't know how many steps I have noted here, but I'm going to give you the things that I do in order to make building my business so much easier. So I wish there was a chat where I could see with you guys if you have questions, but we'll make sure we have that enabled on the next go round. Okay. So the first thing that you want to start off with is setting clear goals, having like a clear objection for your business. What I am finding a lot of times is that you are working, but you don't even really know what you're working toward. And if you're taking notes, I want you to make sure you are doing this in real time, okay? Not just taking notes on what I'm saying, but if you have the ability to not only take notes on what I'm saying, but to also write these things down in real time, it's going to make it so much easier for you to get into quick implementation. Because one of the cheat codes to growing your business easier is when you are learning new information. Whenever you're learning new information, you are executing it immediately. Typically, when I'm going into conferences and sitting with my mentor and things like that, and I want to make growing my business a whole lot easier, I am often looking for ways to be able to execute on the information right away. So the first thing that I want you to do is to establish a clear goal. What is a clear goal that you have right now that you need to accomplish? What is something that we can clarify? So let's say you're building a community and you want to grow your community. The goal isn't just to grow your community. In this month of February, where we are right now with what we have left, or wherever you are when you're watching this, with whatever time you have left in the month, what is a clear goal that you can be working on right now? So how many members do you need in your community? How many pieces of your garments do you need to sell? How much money exactly do you need to make? And do you know what it takes to get there? So if you need to make $10,000 this month in your business, do you know what product or service or what combination of products or what combination of services you need to sell in order for you to hit those goals? So I want you to take a quick second and I want you to identify what that combination of products and services are in order to hit your goal. And if you're driving, I just want you to listen right now and come back to this later tonight. But I'm really about to lay it out to you. The simple things that you can do to make growing your business so easy. But before we can get into any of those things, and before you really have a great understanding, the first thing that you have to identify is, what is the goal that I'm working on? What is the clear goal that I'm working on? Okay, I'm gonna give you like 30 seconds to write that down. And I'm going to take my Accutane because I am on my Accutane journey too. For those of you who have been following along from Instagram, you know that I started Accutane like a week ago, and it's time for me to take my first dose of the day. Okay. So is your goal clear? I want you to ask yourself, if you've identified what your goal is it clear? Do you know how many? Do you know how much? Do you know by when? Do you know how many? Do you know how much? Do you know by when? Okay. Do you know how many? Do you know how much? Do you know by when? So now that we have the goal identified, let's say you're building a community and you need to get 100 new members in your community. I want you to add up the number of working days that you have left in your business, right? If it's a garment that you need to sell, if it's it doesn't matter if it's apparel, people, if it's products, if it's services, if you know how many of the thing you need to sell, then I want you to take that and divide it by the number of working days that you have in your business for the rest of this month. And then you have a clearer goal in knowing how many you need to do, sell, offer within the per day. So go ahead and divide. So you're taking, let's say you need to make $10,000 between now and the end of the month. And I don't know today's date, but let's say there's 15 days left in the month. You're going to divide 10,000 by 15, and you know how much money you need to make per day. Now we're talking about clear goals. Now we're talking about clear objectives, I'm sorry. Okay. Now we're talking clearly. We know exactly what we need to be working on in real time. Okay, so we have our goal. We have our number. We know what we're working on in real time. Okay, part of the second thing is to develop a strategic plan. What is a strategic plan you can use to guide you to reaching this goal. So right here, I want you to think about what you do in your business that generates the most engagement, that generates the most sales, that generates the most conversion. So for me, I go live. Whenever I go live, I know that I'm going to have some growth in my business. Whenever I release a podcast episode, I know that I'm going to have some growth in my business. So whatever that looks like for you, if it's launching over, staying in launch mode over and over and over again, if it's sending out an email, if it's sending out a text, if it's going live somewhere, whatever that activity is, I want you to write down your top 1 to 3 conversion activities, okay? And this is going to be what you use to create your strategic plan for building your business. So I'll give you some examples. For me, it's going live on Instagram. That's going to be one of my biggest conversion events that happen in my business. Okay, well, that means that over the next, let's say 15 days, we'll continue to use it. If I am looking to grow my business, my community by another 100 members, and I know that per every live, I usually will get 5 to 10 new members, then I'm going to do the math on that, and that will tell me how many times I need to go live, okay? But what's the effectiveness of me going live? This is where strategy comes in. I know that if I go live with a member from my Actionable CEO mentorship community, and they start to talk about all of the amazing results, the growth, the systems that they've implemented, the money that they've made, I know strategically I would probably want to invite people from inside of my mentorship community to come live with me as often as possible so that I can expedite the rate at which I am growing. So for you, do you need to do a partner live? Do you need to go live by yourself? Do you need to go live where you're showing the back end of what you're doing? Do behind the scenes post or a day in the life of post work for you? Does attending events work for you? What is that thing that works for you right now to build your business? I want you to create a plan strategically to focus on those 1 to 3 things. That's it. So it could be your email list, your text messages, going live, a combination of all the 3. A combination of all of that, which for me it is. So let's do a combination of all of that. And now we need to schedule the frequency. Okay? Now we need to schedule the frequency. That's going to be a part of the strategy. Get this. Well, Donni, what should the frequency be? The frequency should be every single day. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if we want to make building our business or growing our business easy, we have to implement strategic activity in alignment with our goal, in alignment with reaching our goal every single day. We want it to be easy, then it needs to be consistent. I want you to jot that down. If we want it to be easy, we want it to be consistent. Let's jot that down. If we want it to be easy, we need it to be consistent, okay? Third thing that I want you to do. Third thing. I always lose, if y'all watch the podcast, y'all know I always lose track of the number that I'm on, so I'm going to try to write that down right now. Okay, we're on number 3. Okay, the third thing that I want you to do is identify what's called your unique selling proposition. That's commonly referred to as USP, your unique selling proposition. Well, Donni, what the heck is a unique selling proposition? A unique selling proposition is the thing that is unique about your business that's different. It sets you apart from your competition. So some things, like for example, in my brand, I'll always use my brand because I'm going to assume if you're plugged into this live, then you are familiar with or connected to my brand in some kind of way. Okay, so in my brand, it is the fact that I am completely relatable. Something that is unique to my brand is that I'm completely relatable. I share my wins and I share my lessons in real time. I share my wins and I share my lessons in real time. Another thing is I share my personal life as much as my personal life as I want to share, which makes my ideal customer or client feel like they know me. So hiring me to be your mentor or hiring me to be your business coach, it doesn't feel transactional. It feels very relational, meaning we're building a relationship. Another thing that's unique about me is that I leverage building community, and I like to focus on community, meaning the same people over and over and over again, versus going out and just trying to get all of these one-time transactions as often as possible. Okay, as often as possible. That's also very, very unique to my brand. What is the thing that sets your brand apart? What is that thing? It could, and when you're thinking about that, I want you to think about the competitors in your industry and what do you do just a little bit better? What do you do faster? How do you make your process more convenient? How is it more convenient to work with you? How is it more effective to work with you? What are the bonuses that you might offer? What kind of feeling or culture are you creating? I want you to identify your unique selling proposition. Well, Donni, how is this important, or why is this important to to helping me grow my business faster? It is important because when you are marketing, you want to highlight what is unique about your brand over and over and over and over and over again. You always want to highlight what's convenient to your customer or client, why they need to do business with you, and what is unique about your brand over and over and over and over and over again. This is called marketing. This is how we begin to understand the difference between posting and marketing. Posting and marketing. This is a part of what we call a launch strategy or a launch plan, okay? So you'll be using all of those pieces in all of your posts. So if you're building with your clear goals and objectives in mind, you understand the frequency now in which you need to be focused strategically in terms of executing your plan, and we understand your unique selling proposition. Now, here's something that I want to add in real quick before I move on to number 4. Before I move on to number 4, I need you to understand that all of the steps that I'm giving you, they're not a this or that thing. It's this and that. It's this and that. It's very, very important. So when you are building your business for growth or building your business for scale, it's not you being a CEO saying, oh, well, let's see what's going to work today. It's you creating a strategic plan to implement these things every single day in your business, and oftentimes multiple times a day. Think about it. You're not going to see Beyonce just dropped a new album. We are not going to see Beyonce's album promo just one time, okay? Did you guys see and pay attention to Beyonce's launch yesterday? Like, it was Usher's concert. It was the Super Bowl, but we heard more about the Usher concert than we did the Super Bowl, right? So everybody was really pumped up and geared to focus on the Usher concert. But then Beyonce does a commercial, which is something that she hasn't done in years. During the Super Bowl time, she does a commercial that is teasing a country album. Well, if you noticed, as a business person, I'm always looking at what's the strategy here that they're going to utilize to leverage this thing. So the difference between a Beyonce brand and an entrepreneur brand who might be struggling is that you don't necessarily have a launch plan. You were just posting. So many of us would have just done the commercial or put the video on Instagram. But the moment that video aired on Instagram, literally within 2 minutes, her team was already on it on all of her social media platforms, putting up teasers, and it's teaser after teaser after teaser. And she didn't make you wait. She gave us instant gratification and had the album and iTunes first 2 singles ready to go. And now today, this just happened yesterday, and now today she's teasing us with visual snippet, visual snippet, visual snippet. She's creating the expectation of what the experience will be like with this new album. And we understand what Beyonce's unique selling proposition is that she has the ability to drop or to launch a new album or a concert or an event of any kind, whatever it is. She has the ability to launch it and break the internet same day. Now, While she is promoting this new album, you're also, if you go to her social media page, you see that is her new hair care line. So you've got Beyonce, who is dropping a new country album, shocking the world, breaking the internet, going into a completely different genre, but she's owning it. She's got all the visuals to support it. And then you also have her as the entrepreneur who's dropping her line, but she's doing it in the way that is unique to her brand. See, every artist can't come on to their platform and say, oh, we've dropped today, go buy it or go support it today. That's something that's unique to Beyonce, and she does it every single time. Every single time, okay? Number four. Number four, show evidence of a strong brand identity and or reputation. Show evidence of a strong brand identity and or reputation. This is so important. You want to make building super easy, or you want to make growing super easy, show your potential clients, your potential customers, some evidence that you have an outstanding reputation amongst your current clientele. Show your potential, your prospects, your potential clients and customers that you've already demonstrated good work ethic, that you already built a strong brand identity, that you're already known for this thing. Well, how do you do that, Donni? I'm glad you asked. I'm so glad you asked. So if you want to demonstrate a strong brand identity, or that you have a strong reputation, the easiest way to do that is through testimonials. You want to post testimonials over and over and over and over again. I always want you to be in the mind, or I want you to always be in the mind of, what are the Fortune 500s doing? What are the bigger brands that are in my space doing, right? And these larger brands, I don't care if you're in apparel, if you're in services, if you're in e-commerce, whatever it is, if you go onto Amazon or you go onto these larger brands platforms, there are testimonials and reviews readily available every single day. Now, many people who may be watching this may not be at a place just yet where people are checking for you in a way that they are searching out your validation. So oftentimes you have to put it in their face. So if you're looking to get somewhere quickly in terms of growth in your business, you want to show brand reputation through trust, through testimonials, and through results that you've gotten your customers already. And if it's me and I'm looking for fast growth, if I want to speed this process up, how often am I showing it? Every single day. Well, what does that mean, Donni? You're telling us to do a whole lot of stuff every single day. I am. And that is why it's important to have a strategic plan in which you choose to grow your business. That means that you're posting every single day. That means you're posting multiple times a day. That means that you're sharing about your business wherever it is. That means that you are seeking out podcast platforms. That means that you are seeking out opportunities to use your voice. That means that you are seeking out exposure opportunities, live events, events that are somewhere else, masterminds, conferences that are industry specific, or conferences that have your ideal market available, right? That means that you are doing this over and over and over and over and over again, and multiple times a day. Man, I wish that I could see the chat right now. I wish that I could see the chat right now. Every single day, multiple times a day. If you're taking notes, write that down. Every single day, multiple times a day. Whenever you're in doubt, how many times should I post? How many times should I go live? How many times should I do this activity? How many times should I do this activity? Whenever you're in doubt, I want you to refer to that note every single day, multiple times a day. Every single day, multiple times a day, okay? So we have number 4. We have number 4, okay. Number 5, create a way to have recurring or repeat customers. Create a way to have recurring or repeat customers. These are two different things in the way that I am laying them out today. Two different things in the way that I am laying them out today. Let's talk about it. Repeat customers. So maybe you are in a business model, maybe you have a business model where, let's just say it's apparel, and you can sell the same person different versions or different styles of your apparel, different seasons, pants this day, skirt the next day, whatever that looks like. You have dresses, you have denim, whatever that looks like. You need to create a plan where you can sell the same customer multiple times, over time after time after time. Well, how do you do that? You do that through following up, sending emails, sending text messages, but you also, most importantly, do this through incentivizing your existing customers. Incentivizing your existing customers. There's a brand called Fashion Nova that does this very well. As soon as you purchase from them, you didn't even get your order in time before they are already sending you text messages with 20% off, 30%, 50% off of your next order over a certain dollar amount before you even receive the order. But by the time you receive your order, you're going to get another email from them, something that says, hey, you should have your order by now. We hope that you're loving your Cali dress in color red, size medium. We just got this in, it would pair well. Or we just got this in, we thought that you would love it too. You would love this too, okay? You have to become really, really strategic when it comes to asking the same people for more money. You want to create a brand. There's a brand called Glamaholic Lifestyle on Instagram. There's an entrepreneur, CEO, founder by the name of Mia Ray who runs this brand, the creator of this brand. And she does an amazing job at selling to the same customer base over and over and over and over again. She'll drop her black duffel bag, her black signature duffel bag. She'll send that out. A week later, she's got the travel backpack to go with it, or the crossbody to go with it, or the wallet to go with it. So she understands that she's going to continue to sell to the same person over and over and over and over again. And how is she letting you know? She is creating her campaigns on her social media. She goes live and demonstrates her product. She's sending emails. She's sending text messages. She's covering all bases to sell to the same person over and over and over again. And if you're on her email list, she will even incentivize you for making a purchase quickly. That's a key. Making a purchase quickly. So when you're sending out these incentivized offers, it can say, thank you so much for being a loyal customer. We want to reward you 30% off if you shop between now and Sunday, or now in the next 7 days. You want to incentivize people, but while incentivizing them, you want to create a sense of urgency so that they can go ahead and use that incentive right away. So in number 5, we're talking about creating a model where you can sell to the same person repeatedly. And then I also used another R word that is so powerful and strong, and that word is recurring. Recurring. Now, recurring is a little different from repeat customer, because recurring is where you have the same customer on auto payment for the same service over and over and over again, month after month after month after month. This is the gym membership model, the Pilates model, the boxing club model. Rihanna in Fenty Savage, and I believe there's one with Fenty Beauty as well. But with Fenty Savage, her lingerie line for men and women, or her undergarments and intimates line for men and women, you can create an actual account. You can create an account and pay, I believe, $59 every single month to continue to have first access to her releases, because we understand that they sell out so fast, right? Creating sense of urgency. You also get a different rate, a discounted rate. So you get $3, $5 off versus just being a one-time customer. And if there's nothing that you want to shop for in those months, in a particular month, The $59 then turns into points that you can use at a later date to continue to keep your membership or that recurring billing every single month. And the beautiful thing about how she runs this is she releases new product, new versions, new styles so often that a style that just dropped 2 months ago, it's going to go on sale. She allows you to use a percentage of those points on sale items. So after paying $59 a month and not having used it in 3 months, it makes you feel like you're going to get all of these free products because all you're doing is applying your points month after month on your purchases. Same thing with services. How can you create a subscription-based model? When you understand that you can project before the top of any month even starts, when you understand that you can project that you're already going to generate $10,000 at the top of that month or $10,000 throughout that month because you can count on those subscriptions, you already know who's canceling. You already know who's rebilling. You already know how many people you have billing within that month. When you can count on that revenue coming in because you have created a strategic recurring revenue model, it makes hitting your goals and growing your business that much easier. That much easier. Imagine having a one-time or an offer that you have to create one time, whether it be a community or a recurring offer that revolves around a course or a recurring offer that revolves around your e-com brand. You have that one time and you build it over the next 6 to 12 months to the point where you're hitting your revenue goals automatically every single month. Imagine that being your business model. It's my business model. It's my business model. I have 2 recurring revenue offers, product offers in my business model that basically takes care of my income goals every single month. And what that does is frees up time for me to work on new offers and services. It frees up time for me to go deeper into studying systems for my business. It frees up time for me to get clearer on my goals. It frees up time for me to take care of myself and provide and offer myself self-care so that I can continue to operate at the level that I operate right now. Does this make sense? If you are on this video and this makes sense, I know you can't comment, but can you hit the thumbs up button for me? I see that a couple of you have already done it so far. If any of this is resonating with you right now, can you simply just hit that thumbs up button for me so that I know that this is resonating with you right now? Okay, because I got more for you. I want to, in this season, put you in the season where we are building our businesses strategically, because strategy is what creates the ease. Strategy is what creates the ease of building our business, okay? Strategy is what creates the ease. I want you to write that down. Don't let that go over your head. Anytime you are looking for a way to improve, anytime you're looking for a way to make something easier, you want to ask yourself, am I doing this kind of haphazardly without any plan, or am I doing this with strategy? And if you're not doing it with any plan at all, if you're not doing it with any level of strategy, then chances are you are not doing this the easiest way you can possibly do it. If you're someone, and I'm still teaching here, don't go anywhere, but if you're someone and you're someone here and you're like, Donni, this all sounds amazing, but I don't know how to do these things. I hear you say create a recurring revenue model program. I hear you say go after repeat customer business models, but I can write that note down, but I don't know how to do it. For you, I would suggest that you're in my mentorship community, Actionable CEO. It's $97 a month for me to go deeper into these things strategically, for me to offer you a platform where you can ask the questions that you need answers to in real time, okay? I'll put that out there, actionableceo.com, actionableceo.com, okay? So I've given you the 5 ways so far, 5 ways to make growing your business easier. Okay. Let me see, where do I want to go right now? Okay, let's go with let me see which one should come first. Let's go with number 6. And number 6 is going to be creating standard operating procedures. Creating standard operating procedures. You may have heard the abbreviated term for this, which is SOPs, 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 standard operating procedures. This is critical to any brand. And I don't care if you are just getting started today or if you've been in business 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you always want to create, audit, and refine your standard operating procedures or your SOPs. And your SOPs is simply the process of how you do a thing in your business. The process to which you do a thing in your business. So, how you respond to customer service inquiries. There's an SOP for that. How you respond to DMs and take that DM off of the social media page and into your funnel, your website, or your CRM. There's an SOP for that. How you package your product. There's an SOP for that. For how people access your service, their login, there is a standard operating procedure for all those things. And if you want to build really easily, you want to make sure you are dedicating time to building standard operating procedures. I cannot stress to you how important this is. Let me tell you why. You are going to have these one-off things that happen in your business. And if you're a solopreneur, sometimes you'll forget how to do things that you don't do frequently. But if you have it documented, when there is an issue that occurs, and there will be an issue that occurs, you can reference your standard operating procedures. And that's so important. For example, let's say that you hired a tech team. Here's a cheat code. When I first got started in business, I am terrible with the tech because I'm lazy when it comes to tech. If I have to sit down and start thinking about code and figuring out what's happening on a website, I'm going to fall asleep. I'll be sitting on my sofa or sitting on my bed, right? Trying to get through this stuff, trying to figure out and troubleshoot an issue, and I will literally fall asleep. So what I do is I go over to Fiverr or Upwork. I will hire a tech person. This is when I first got started. I'll hire a tech person from, let's say, a Fiverr or an Upwork. I will tell them the problem that I need their help with, and I will ask them to record a Loom video showing me how they fix that problem. Why do I want the Loom video? Loom is Loom, not Zoom, but Loom. It's a video that allows them to share their screen similar to a Loom, but the Loom link you can take and put in your SOPs, and that's just a whole other thing. But a Loom video allows the software will record the screen of every move they're making, and they can talk through it and give you a tutorial of how they did this thing. Why is this important? Well, early on in my journey, I had these classes and I was kind of testing out my prices and the offering and how I would say certain things, but I would have to wait until the next business day or not be able to do something and make a change in real time or on the weekend because I had to wait for the tech support person to come in and be able to make these changes. And if you're an entrepreneur, you know the feeling of having an idea in the middle of the night and you want to create it right now, but you can't get the tech to support the idea that you have. So I started having them create these Loom videos, and the Loom video will be titled How to Change the Price on Your Website and Integrate it with your Stripe merchant account. Now, if I have an idea that I want to create in the middle of the night, I can literally change that information on my page myself. I don't have to respect anybody's work hours. I don't have to wait. I don't have to lose the energy and excitement. I can do it right there myself. And you should be documenting SOPs wherever you are in your business. How is a thing done? You may not be responsible for doing that thing all the time, but eventually you'll be responsible for delegating these things. And who will train them if you don't have this stuff documented? Who will train them if you don't have this stuff documented? So every single thing in your business, here's what I want you to do. I want you to write out a list of every single thing that you have to do in your business in order for your business to be operable. Every single thing. And so for me, my SOPs include things like how we respond to a customer service email. How do we greet them? Every single email that you get from my team always starts with, hey, hey, in your name. Hey, hey, Donnie. Hey, hey, Brian. Hey, hey, Jessica. That is the way that I want my team to communicate because that's in my voice. And even though I am not the person who's responding to the customer service inquiries, if I create an SOP or a standard operating procedure, then I'm creating a culture in my brand that whether it is me or not, it always feels like it's me. Does that make sense? It always feels like it's me. And then when you're ready to delegate these things, create a whole list of everything that has to happen in your business. I would start SOPing the things that are revenue generating first, okay? Because you'll spend months, you might even spend a whole year creating your first go at SOPs, and then you'll constantly be refining them. By the time you think you got something together, a process would have changed because you upgraded a system or you have a new product. Doesn't matter. You'll constantly be refining your SOPs. So for you, I want you to start with the things that are revenue generating first. So create your SOPs for a sales call. Create your SOP for scheduling appointments. Create your SOP for confirming appointments. Create your SOP for how the call is made or how the Zoom is made. Create your SOP for the follow-up processes. Create your SOP for how money is accepted, how money is returned. Create your SOP for how payment plans are created and executed in your business. Okay? Do me a favor. I know you can't comment on the YouTube video because I don't have the settings correct, but if this is resonating with you, I see a few of you have thumbs up the video. Do me a favor and thumbs up so I know if this is helping you in real time. Just hit the like, hit the thumbs up on the video for me. I have more, but I need to make sure this is working. I need 5 people to hit the thumbs up on the video. I need 5 people to hit the thumbs up on the video. There we go. That was quick. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I help you grow. You help me grow. Is that cool? Is that all right? Can we do that? Okay. So we've got our SOPs. You've written out your list, or you will write out your list of every single thing that has to happen in your business. And you are going to start creating SOPs with your revenue generating activity first. Because we have to make money in our business, okay? We have to make money. So that's going to be the thing that we do first. And then I would recommend that you categorize and prioritize from there. So what's the position that we need to hire for first? I also recommend hiring for positions that are going to generate revenue so that the company can continue to support the salary. But after you get the revenue generating activities out, the next would be what you plan to delegate first. That is critical or crucial to the business. So those are things like technology, marketing, systems, all those things, okay? We got it, we got it, we got it? Yes. That was number 6. Number 7 will be the implementation of systems. I cannot stress to you how important it is for you to have systems in your business. And when you get systems, it will be like breathing new life into your business. Systems will be like breathing new life into your business. This is so, 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 so important. If you are currently an entrepreneur and you've got sticky notes all over the place, you've got your journal and you've got your journal. Okay. They're on Instagram saying that my sound went out on YouTube. And there's no way for me to verify this. Because you guys can't type me back. So can I get 5 more people to like this video real quick? 5 more people to like this live stream real quick, so I know that you guys can hear me here. If you can hear me on YouTube, I need 5 people to like the video real quick, please. I see 1 person has liked it. Give me 5. You can hear me on YouTube? Okay. Thank you, guys. All right, good stuff. Okay, there we go. I got the likes over here too. Okay, perfect. All right. I'm on number 6. Systems. We're talking about systems. So systems will be like breathing new life into your business. And systems, and let me be clear, systems can be technology or non-technology. Technology or non-technology. System is literally just the way you do something, right? And we put systems in place to make it a bit easier for how you do that thing, okay? But what I'm talking about in this particular moment are your technology systems. So I'll give you a couple. You want to make sure that you have a CRM, which is your customer relationship management software. This is where you're storing names, addresses. This is where you're storing names and addresses, phone numbers, email addresses. You might be making notes about your customers and your clients there in your CRM. Now, your CRM is powerful because it allows you to store all of your customer data in one place, but it's not as optimized as it could be if you don't create automations and workflows inside of your CRM, okay? Automations and workflows. For a CRM, I'm on 7. I think I'm on 6. Am I on 7 or 6? Okay, I think I'm on 6. Okay, so for a CRM, if you are a newer entrepreneur, you've not made it to 6 figures, and this CRM can work for your whole business. There are levels to CRMs though. I promise you this, there are levels. I believe that the simplest one to use that is super robust and it works is ActiveCampaign. I typically recommend ActiveCampaign for service-based businesses. Product-based businesses, not always, okay? Not always. So if you're e-com, I typically recommend that you use the tools that are within Shopify, okay? Shopify has tools that will give you your email system, your CRM, your inventory tracker, all that stuff. I love Shopify for e-com businesses. But if you are a systems business, a course creator, a coach, Actionable Campaign is where I recommend that you start because they are also very reasonable in pricing, okay? If you need something a little bit more robust, you are creating web pages and funnels and you have a lot of if-then statements. If my customer or client does do this, if my prospects do this, right? Then I want them to do this, and you want to create just a funnel that goes really deep, which I recommend for every single business, but you're not always ready for it. Then you want to use a platform called Go High Level. Can you use Go High Level if you're just getting started? The answer is yes. The only reason that I typically don't recommend that that's your starting place until your business starts to generate revenue is because Go High Level is going to be on the higher end of your budget. But Go High Level is going to be on the higher end of a startup budget, okay? So ActiveCampaign for service-based businesses, Go High Level, and if you are e-com, use the platforms and all the plugins that Shopify will allow you to use, okay? Use all that stuff, okay? The next system is going to be email, your email system. Now, I come across a lot of entrepreneurs who have their domains from a place like GoDaddy or Namekeep and all these different platforms. You're buying your domain, your www dot, and you're building your website there and you're using them for their email services and all of that stuff. And the answer is no. The answer is emphatically no. And let me be clear here with your email. You need an internal business email system, usually something like a G Suite, where you can send emails one-off to your customers. You can receive emails. You can get opportunities sent to you there. You don't want gmail.com. I don't want Donni blah, 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 gmail.com to be utilizing that for my business because my email, I'm getting a lot of people who want to be featured on my podcast, Full Transparency with Donni. I get a lot of speaking opportunities. I get customer service, feedback there, and we just do business. So the email should be a G Suite email. You have to pay for that when I think it's like $14.99 a month and whatever. You have to pay for it, but you want a G Suite, and it should match the domain that you use to do business. Okay, so all of my company addresses end in DonnieWiggins.com. Is, whoever the team member is at DonnieWiggins.com, or for my other company is whatever the department is at sixfigureedu.com. You will never, ever, 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 ever email me to a Gmail address, ever, because it's just not professional. Okay. The second email platform that you need is for marketing purposes and what you use to send out bulk emails to your customers, to your prospects. It's the email that you're going to attach all of your marketing to. That's the second one that you need. And I would recommend for my e-commerce brands, for my e-com brands and my products brands, I would definitely recommend Klaviyo. For my service-based brands, I haven't played around in Klaviyo for service-based brands because at the time that I was becoming really familiar with them, they did not support businesses that did not operate on the Shopify platform. Klaviyo got its start with Shopify, any businesses who operated there. But now you can utilize Klaviyo, and it's been a while, I guess, that you've been able to utilize it even if you don't have a Shopify store. Because I know how robust they are with Shopify and analytics and how you can create workflows and sequences and campaigns inside of there. If you can use Klaviyo, I recommend that you use Klaviyo. But if you are someone who is using, what's really cool that's happening here is that I have people who are on the YouTube, but because I have the comments turned off on YouTube, they're over on Instagram adding comments. So if you guys have two phones or the ability to do that, a computer and a phone, you're welcome to go to Instagram. The sound is not on Instagram, so you can't hear it, but you can leave me comments and I'm kind of seeing it there, okay? If you are using one of the CRMs that I suggested, which is Active Campaign or a Go High Level, both of those are robust email platforms within itself. So you can just utilize those. You can just utilize those tools or those systems for your email. Okay. Okay. Now, remember I said your CRM is powerful. It's like breathing new power and new air into your business. That is still true. That remains true. But remember when I said it's not optimized if you don't have like flows and sequences and automations attached to it. One of the things that if you have a CRM and an email platform, one of the things that you want to do right away is integrate your email addresses into your CRM. So if you are emailing me at Donnie@DonnieWiggins.com and you are in my CRM as a prospect or a customer client, every single thing that you email me automatically syncs to your contact record in my CRM. So if you say, let's say you initiate a chargeback. Let's say you initiate a chargeback, and the reason that you told your bank is because I bought this product from Donnie's company and I never ever heard from them again. I can defend myself and say, no, actually, this person has never even emailed me. Here's a list of our contact history. And I don't have any contact history from them. I can also say, actually, we responded to this person within an hour of their initial email. Here's a record of our contact record. Here's a copy of our contact record. I can send it over and I can win that chargeback or that purchase dispute simply because I am documented and organized through the use and leverage of my system. Game changer. But you don't only want that in place just to respond to chargebacks. You want that in place because remember I told you that one of my unique selling propositions is the fact that I create a community or a culture within my brand that makes you feel like I know you. I remember you. I'm Big Sis Donnie, putting you on game, helping you grow your business, helping you scale your business, right? Well, sometimes I have to look in my CRM and say, who is this person? Who is Who is Keisha Cool? Let me go in here and see if I can find Keisha Cool in my CRM. And I can see that Keisha has been going back and forth and having conversation, or my team has helped her satisfy an issue. And so when she DMs me, if it's something that I need to respond to, I can say, oh, and by the way, Keisha, I can see you were having a hard time logging into your Actionable CEO dashboard, but you were working with Dej. Is everything cool now? Keisha is going to feel so overserved because, oh my God, the CEO and founder of this company that I do business with knows my issue and was able to check up on me. Yes, yes, yes. And in that CRM and all that contact record, I am able to keep track of every single communication that we had. So you want to integrate your emails that you get from G Suite. You want to integrate your emails with your CRM, so every contact that you have with that customer is stored under their contact record. You want to do the same thing for the next system that I'm going to suggest that you get, which is a phone system with a recorded line. A phone system with a recorded line. If you use Go High Level, you do not need a third-party phone system. There's one that integrates natively from within that platform. But if you use anything else, the phone system that I use with my company, and we are converting over because we're also in the process of fully integrating our Go High Level account. But if you, the phone system that I have used for the last 6 years maybe is a company called justcall.io. Just Call, JUSTCALL.io. Okay. And if you get a phone call from me or anyone on my team and you are a customer or you have a sales call or anything, you are always being called from within the justcall.io software or system, because it is 1000% necessary for me to record and document every single thing that's happening inside of the brand. So if you've had a call with me, the call is recorded, okay? You're notified and the call is recorded. So you can't say that I promised you something or somebody on my team promised you something. I can hear every single thing that I need to hear in order to serve you well as a customer, client, or prospective customer and client in my business, okay? And you can take notes while you're within the call. And when you're taking notes within the call, that also syncs to your CRM. Write this down. Every single piece of software that you use, from a calendar to a phone system to a testimonials app to an inventory app to a phone app to your email, everything needs to sync with your CRM, which brings me to the next system that I believe every entrepreneur should have, and that's Zapier. Zapier, Zapier. Thank you guys for the questions on Instagram as well. If you are on YouTube and this is serving you, can I get 5 more likes on the video? Can I get 5 more likes? I see more people than I see likes. If you're on Instagram, go over there and just like it real quick. I need 5 more likes so I know that this is helpful. I am about to start teaching and showing up more on YouTube. I'm about to start teaching and showing up more on YouTube than I am on Instagram, okay? Because this is the strategy that I am moving forward with in my business. And all I'm going to say is success leaves clues. So if the way I build my business is inspiring to you, what do you think you should be doing? We are stepping in a new season. Thank you, Emir. Thank you, C. Fullman Grind. I appreciate you. All right, thank you guys for the likes. I see the 5. I see the 5. I see the 5. All right, let me ask you something real quick. If you're on Instagram also, can you tell me, do you see the super chat option? I'm not asking you guys to buy a super chat. I just want to know if my settings are set up correctly and if you can see the super chat. Can you see the option to buy a super chat? Just drop a yes in the comments on Instagram so I can get back to this. Okay, Zapier. Zapier is a software. You don't see it? Dang it. Zapier is an integrations software. Basically, Zapier makes it so that you can make two totally unrelated systems communicate with each other. Two totally unrelated systems can communicate with each other. So when I talk to you about integrating your native email, your company email addresses to your CRM, you would use Zapier to do that. When I talk to you about making sure that your phone system, all of the recorded calls integrates with your CRM, you would use Zapier to do that. If you have a service-based, a course business, and your customer buys and their contact information goes into your CRM, but you need to still give them access to the course platform through another software like Kajabi or Teachable or Thinkific, you don't want to manually have to give that course platform access each and every single time. You can create what's called a Zap inside of Zapier to automate that, to say every single time this purchase is made and the money is collected in Stripe, then you automatically give access to this particular program. That's a Zapier. And I wish I could teach you how to create Zaps in this, but then we'd be here too long. We're already over an hour and I just wanted to be in here for like 45 minutes, but hopefully this lesson is like teaching you a lot. So we've got Zapier. Brings me to my next software suggestion, an actual merchant processor. An actual merchant processor, and I always recommend that you have two accounts in your merchant processor. One of my merchant processors of choice is Stripe. Okay, you can get one from your bank, whoever you bank with, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, whoever you want to use, but then also Stripe. Why do I recommend that you do two? So when you are getting started with Stripe, PayPal does this also. I recommend least that you take money via PayPal. It's just kind of being X'd out as a way right now. Also, it can make it difficult for business owners to defend themselves, because PayPal right now it just be giving everybody their money back, as it seems. So I recommend that you use an actual payment processor, so that when you have to track payments, it's easy to find in one place, but also so that if you do have to defend yourself against somebody disputing a charge, that person has to actually go in and contact their bank and not just hit, PayPal dispute or whatever, and it gives you more of a chance, a better position to be able to defend yourself. But the reason that you want to have two accounts, especially if you are a newer business or if you are newly, definitely like and subscribe on YouTube. Definitely, if you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you guys know when I'm going live, okay? But if you are a newer business or you are newly generating revenue that is abnormal to your current behavior, sometimes these payment processors will hold your money until they trust you. And how long it takes them to trust you, completely on them every single time. It's completely on them every single time. I have seen people's money be held for 7 days. I have seen people's money be held for 7 months. So if you are like say Black Friday time, a way to get around that is to take payment through two different payment processors, so you're not overwhelming one or looking like it could be sketchy in one. Now you're operating through two. But also too, because if there is a problem with one of your merchant accounts, and let's say they've restricted it until further verification, or whatever the case may be. Let's say, I don't know, you had a bunch of returns at one time and it's harmful to your merchant processor or your payment processor. Well, if you get restricted, you can't accept money. You already want to have one that has history being established. So if you need to make a quick switch over to a payment processor, you can do so seamlessly, okay? You can do that pretty seamlessly. Okay? Okay. So we have those systems. Let me think. Are there any other systems that I need to? Oh, you want a way to manage your money. One of the biggest, one of the mistakes that I made early on was only keeping spreadsheets to manage my money, because when you start to get busy, you will literally forget certain entries. And when it's time to pay your taxes, that's like one of the most stressful times. Not even paying your taxes, that's stressful. But when it's time to reconcile your books, meaning having you or a bookkeeper or a CPA go through every single line item on your bank statement, and they're contacting you in January of the next year about a charge you made in February of the previous year, they want to know what this charge was for, who, like, why. It is such a headache to be trying to figure out where this $500 went and why, or why you returned, or why your personal account paid your business account. Don't do it, okay? Go ahead and get QuickBooks, so that you can go ahead and start scanning receipts and uploading transactions. Is really, really easy, but you can sync your bank account to your QuickBooks. So at the end of every night or at the top of every morning, like, just take 30 minutes to have some admin time where you're working, on your business. And working on your business also includes managing your money, okay? Managing your money, okay? Somebody suggested a platform called Wave. I don't know anything about it, but you can definitely try it out. They said it's good for beginners, okay? Let me see. Is there another system that I can think of? We know social media. Having a Google Suite, Google Drive is really, really important. Canva is also one of my favorite systems that I use right now for emergency graphics, things like that. Oh, and the last, another really important, for community, I recommend that you are building, this is critical. Y'all know I was just hacked on Instagram over the weekend. Thank God I have been through this so many times at this point. I knew how to take fast action. I'm also grateful that I was actually on Instagram at the time that I got hacked. And the faster you start taking action to defend yourself, the easier it can become for you to retrieve your account fairly quickly. And that's actually what happened. I was in the middle of a podcast interview and my phone was literally propped up right next to the screen that I was looking at. And I'm like, oh my God, I started to take action quickly. However, in the event that your social media is hacked, you want to have another place to communicate in a community setting with your audience, with your prospects, with your customers, with your clients, with people who are interested. The other reason that community is important, building a community off of social media is important, is because these are people who have opted into the conversation that you're having about your business, about your brand. Whereas on your Instagram page, you might have people following you because you look good, because you're fine. You posted that one picture, it hit, and now you've got all these followers that will never, ever, ever be your customer. So it is easier to grow your business if you are taking people off of your social media and putting them inside of a community where they have literally opted in, into the conversation that you're having. So I have conversation about business, starting a business, growing a business, and scaling a business. I have conversations about personal development and self-care. I have a community called Actionable CEO that is not on social media. If anything happened to my social media presence, I can go into my community to communicate with them and let them know what's going on. I can still communicate with the people who pay me, right? If I have an event coming up, if I have a new product or service coming up, coming out, and I want to pre-sell anything, guess what? My community gets it first. They get exclusive access to it first. This allows me to build my confidence in my business because I know there's a group of people who, a percentage of that group will always buy because I've already shown them the value in doing business with me, right? So you have to have a community. I personally built my community through a platform called Mighty Networks. Mighty Networks, okay? But you can also use platforms, and Mighty Networks is right now my favorite of community builders. There's also one that's called Circle. There is also one that's called Patreon. Patreon. And one of my favorite social media influencers, B. Simone. She just went viral after having done an interview where she shared that my Instagram is going to cut off in a little bit, because my phone is on 4% and my charger is somewhere else, okay? So y'all just come on over to the YouTube. So she just went viral because she did a podcast interview, or she was speaking somewhere, and she talked about how she created a close friends on Instagram, and she's building a community there on Instagram through her close friends. And she's got all these people who pay her $9.99 every single month, and her community is paid, and she generates another $800,000 a year just by sharing different things to her community of close friends than she does to her general audience that's not opted in for her. Now, when you're building community, it can be a free community, it can be a paid community. I don't care what kind of community it is. Just build a community that is not connected to a social media platform. So if you have a Facebook group, let's go ahead and get that off, because you have no ownership. You're not paying Facebook any money. That means when they're ready to shut it down, so does all your years of hard work. I have been on social media since 2000. Well, MySpace is different, not including MySpace. I've been on social media, Facebook and all that stuff, since 2008. 2008 to 2018. So I've been on social media for like 15 years, I think, at this point. Is that right? Sounds right. I've been on social media for like 15 years. When I got hacked for the first time in 2020, I lost everything, and it was irretrievable. It was irretrievable because the person who decided to hack me was posting like child pornography and all kinds of stuff. Oh, I hope I can say this on this video without being flagged. Anyway, they were posting inappropriate stuff about children and minors, and it got my page permanently shut down. There was nothing that I could do to appeal it. There was nothing that I could do to retrieve that page. All those years of hard work, at that time, like 12 years of hard work, went completely down the drain. I had all these Facebook groups, and I had to start over from scratch. And then I started over from scratch. I didn't get the lesson the first time. I started another Facebook group, and guess what would happen? I would get hacked again. Well, that time I was able to retrieve my Facebook page, but not my Instagram page. But it took like 7 or 8 months to get it back. So here I am, unable to communicate with the people who do business with me effectively because I can't access the page. And then it happened a third time and a fourth time. And just this weekend, it happened for a fifth time. After the second time, I stopped playing with those people, and I started to invest in a platform like Mighty Networks or a Patreon or anything else. For me, not even a close friends, because if something happens, that's gone too. Also, I am building a legacy business, meaning my daughter will be able to take over this business should she choose to one day. I can't legacy will her my social media page. That's not solid. That's not stable. So community, you need to do that. Okay. Gosh, and there was one that I was thinking about before I said community. It was going to be the last one. Can I remember it? No, if it comes back to me, I'll let you know. But for now, those are the systems that are super, super, super necessary and will help make growing your business so much easier, okay? Believe it or not, it's been over an hour, and I only got through 6 growth strategies. I only got through 6 growth strategies for making growing your business even easier. Let me see, because I don't have a whole lot of time. Let me look at my notes real quick. And see. We talked about case studies. I included that in one, so I don't need to go there. I talked to you about implementing an effective launching strategy or an effective marketing strategy, marketing versus posting. If you got here late, go back to the beginning of this live stream, or if you're just watching it now, definitely listen out for this, because if you want this to be easier, you definitely have to market versus post. And I want you to write this down. Stay in launch mode every single day. If you build your business with launch mode in mind, I'm launching, I'm launching, I'm launching, I'm launching, this will be so much easier for you. If you build your business with launch mode in mind, okay, this will be so much easier for you. So right now we have a bunch of, hold on 1 second. I am going to try to plug my phone before it dies. Okay. So you can kind of see Instagram. I don't know what y'all can see, but I'm also not too concerned. I just want to make sure my phone doesn't die, okay? So right now, I see entrepreneurs, one of the big mistakes that I see entrepreneurs making is planning for a launch. And let's say you're launching a new offer next month and you're planning for this launch and you go ahead, that date comes and here's your launch day, here's your launch time, and you're planning for this launch. But then after that launch date, it's like nothing else happens. Nothing happens. And you need to always be launching. ABL, always be launching. ABL, always be launching. If you build your business from the mindset of I'm in launch mode every single day, it will make growth so much easier. And let me give you an example that you might be able to relate to, okay? Let me give you an example that you might be able to relate to. So there's a shopping plaza not too far from your home. You drive past it every single day, and there is a new business, a new store that's coming inside of that shopping plaza, right? And they put their grand opening sign up on the plaza. Their grand opening, this store is coming, grand opening, grand opening, grand opening. And so then they have their grand opening event. Maybe you even went to it, and you notice as you're driving past the next week, that grand opening sign is still there. You drive past the next month, that grand opening sign is still there. You drive past 6 months later and that grand opening sign is still there. And it's not because they don't have the money to have somebody come in and take the sign down. They have the money to have somebody come over and take the sign down. It is a psychology that they're using. They understand consumer psychology. They understand that they are not seeing, the same people aren't driving past every single day. There are people who were on vacation during the grand opening, people who just moved into town that needs to know that they're the new thing, the newest, hottest thing in the area. They are in launch mode and they want you to see, this is new, this is exciting, this is new, this is exciting, every single day. So you will see a brick and mortar business keep a grand opening sign up for the first year, for the first 2 years. And why shouldn't they? In the first 2 years of your business, it's extremely critical. You are learning what works for you. You are learning what a potential mistake is. And you are tweaking and adjusting and tweaking and adjusting. You really are launching. You really are launching. You're studying data and you're using feedback from your community, and you really are launching. So you should always be in launch mode. The same energy that you have toward preparing for this new release, this new drop, this new product, this new service, this new color scheme, whatever it is, that same energy that you have when you sit down and you meet with your team, that same energy that you have at that time is the same energy that you need to have in your business every single day. You always wake up and you're in launch mode. What can we do? What analytics can we study? What can we see? What can we test? Who can we reach out to? How can we improve the marketing? How can we make something so much better? Over and over and over and over again. Every single day for 365 days. If you operate in launch mode for a whole year, you won't believe the results that you got. You'll be like, wait, how did this suddenly just take off like this? How did I suddenly have exponential growth in this way? How did I suddenly make this type of revenue? Suddenly. How did I suddenly do these things? By staying consistent. Consistency means you are always launching. And maybe you have multiple products and services. Oh, this is what I was going to say. The last system that I'm going to give you, hold on. Or not even, this is a system, but the last growth strategy that I'm going to give you is number 8. Number 8. Real quick, before I give you this last one, can y'all show me some love with the thumbs up real quick? If you're just joining and this is helpful to you whatsoever, can I get 5 more people to thumbs up the video? I'm helping you grow. Can you help me grow? When you thumbs up my video, this is telling YouTube whatever this woman is talking about, whatever Donni is talking about, we find it so valuable that we took the time to thumbs up it. And when you tell YouTube that through your thumbs up, through your comments, through your super chats, then they say, oh, let me push this in the algorithm and show this video to more people who are outside of her network so she can attract more of her tribe. So I can attract more of who would eventually be in my community, okay? So if I could ask you to help me with that, I would appreciate it so much, okay? And I'm about to give you the last one. Can I get 2 more likes? Can I get just 2 more likes before we move on? I need 2 more. If you are on Instagram and you have not liked on the YouTube page just yet, I just need 2 more. Oh, there we go. Got it. Thank you. Okay. I think I'm going to be able to see some questions. My phone might charge enough for me to see a couple of questions at the end of this last one that I'm about to give you. So if you have questions, go ahead and type them because I don't know how much time I'm going to have on that phone once we start charging. But I'm trying to get it to like 10% juice, okay? Last one that I'm going to give you is use a project management tool for organization. Use a project management tool for organization. And that's number 8. That's number 8. Use a project management tool for organization. Let me tell you how I utilize mine to make growth easier in my business, okay? So I have a mentorship community called Actionable CEO. Y'all should be in it, by the way, okay? $97 a month, actionableceo.com if you're interested. I have a mentorship community. I have 2 podcasts, the Social Proof podcast and the Full Transparency podcast. I have a product, one of my flagship products called 6-Figure Accelerator, which is my course for those who are interested in who need development into becoming their own coach, consultant, or course creator from scratch. And I have another recurring revenue program called Post to Paid. There are things that we have to do every single day to make sure that every single aspect of my businesses are given attention, okay? I don't want to leave it up to anybody's memory to help me run my businesses. So we use project management tools so that we understand what's being done, what needs to be done, when it got done, when it's due. The one that I use to manage my businesses, my workflows, is called Notion.io. Notion.io. And from a high level perspective, I also use Notion to help me manage projects with my clients, my one-on-one clients, okay? Every now and then though, Notion looks a little different. It has just a little bit more of a learning curve. So if you're just getting started and technology isn't your thing, you don't want to see a whole lot of options, you just kind of want to get straight to the point, another project management tool that I use is called Trello, Trello, Trello. And I use that one It's where I started. It's the first project management tool that I used. I used to use it to manage all of my clients. And I can tell you how I use these project management tools in another call. I might show you guys how I use my project management tools for my clients. But it's to monitor their goals, their progress, their homework, any links that they send me. It's another way for me to stay organized. So I like to use Trello for that, but I also use Trello. My assistant right now, in fact, she wants me to have everything on Notion, and I totally agree with her. But my content planning organization is in Trello because it's just so easy for me to see, and because I have used it for so many years. I've used Trello for at least 10 years at this point. Because I've used it for so long, like my brain is currently trained to see it. But she's like, I can make it look, just how you want it to look in Notion. So she's going to show me something on Wednesday to see if that's true. But for now, my content boards are on Notion, or on, I'm sorry, Trello. And let me see. And it helps me to strategize my content. I'm looking at it now. It helps me strategize my content so that I make sure I have a good use of all the different types of, all the different categories of content going out. I can strategize it. I can plan for it by month. So I know important dates and holidays and all this good stuff that I want to remember each month. But I can also create themes of the month and what product or whatever I'm leading with, or that I want to be in launch mode with for each month. It just makes it so easy to see. And actually, I'm going to share this. If you are an actionable CEO, I'm going to make sure you guys get this training board in Trello in our call tomorrow. Whenever this is live. So if you watch this and it's not in real time, then you'll already have access to it. It's already going to be in your dashboard. But I'm going to do a training on how to use this board, and I'm going to make sure you have access to it because it's so powerful, and it gives you the aha, like click in your head, and how you will build your content going forward, and how you keep up with it, and making sure that you have the right mix of content. But right now I use Trello, Trello.com. My assistant is transitioning all of this to Notion.io. I'm sure you can just do everything there, so you only have one project management tool. But for me, because I work with a lot of different personalities, I have two. Both of them integrate with my client's CRM. Both of them integrate with not always to my client's CRM, but both of them integrate to my CRM. So any notes that I make about my clients will integrate on their contact record. And the reason, again, that I use two, if you're not dealing with clients, this might not be necessary for you, but I deal with two because at the time that I started tracking in project management, I noticed that there was a learning curve through tech, and tech is just not something that I really wanted to spend a whole lot of time teaching. So I had one that's a very simplified version to keep track with my clients because I give them access to it. And then I have one that you kind of have to play with a little bit to get the hang of it. And at the time, I just didn't have the capacity to teach people how to use a project management tool. But now that I have team and everybody helping me, once we get all of this in Notion, well, now with new clients, we only use Notion, but to keep my SOPs are in Trello. My content planner is in Trello. Another thing that I use Trello for is all those courses that I've purchased, all those workbooks that I downloaded, and all those free guides that get lost in your email. They don't get lost in my email because I immediately will take the link or the PDF or whatever it is, and I'll put it on my Trello board, and it's categorized. So if I just purchased a training, let's say, that will help me in operations, I categorize it under the operations tab. If I purchase some, like I have an AI tab. Oh, that was it. If I purchase something that teaches me how to use AI better, I have a category for AI, and I put all the trainings under AI. I have a category for marketing. All the trainings go there. I have a category for HR. All the trainings go there. So whenever I am in the mode of wanting more education, can I get 4 more likes on the YouTube? If you're on Instagram, can y'all come over? I need 4 more likes on the YouTube. Please, 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 please. I need that. 4 more likes. Okay. So whenever I'm in a zone and I have time for education, then I can go right to my Trello board. The other thing that I love to keep on the Trello board are my SOPs. I love to keep my SOPs in a Trello board. Whenever I hire, I am able to, in my hiring software, I am able to attach the appropriate SOPs to the role that I'm hiring for. But my master and where I edit my SOPs are right inside a combination of Google Docs and, well, my SOPs, I use Google Docs, which I talked to you about that you need for your business. I use Loom Video, which I talked to you about that you use for your business, and I store inside of Trello. I hope this is helpful. I want to grab my phone real quick to see if any of you are on the Instagram. I will make sure in the next live, I will make sure that you guys can have the option to chat with me here. It'll make it so much easier. I'm on this Accutane to clear my skin. And if you can see, I'm kind of like red and blotchy and stuff. That's like the Accutane making me super sensitive. My lips are dry. It feels like I have white mouth. I know I don't, but that's how it feels. So that's why I keep applying like chapstick, drinking water. Give me a second. I'm about to go grab my phone. And they can't hear me on Instagram, but they can type me there. You guys can hear me, but you can't type me. So we're just bootlegging this operation. This is my first YouTube live on my channel. Okay, give me a sec. Let me go get the phone. Okay, let me see if you guys, let me see. Okay, we are only at 8% on my Instagram, on my phone, where Instagram is. So if there's a question, ask it quickly. If there is a question, for sure, ask it quickly. Okay, you guys, if you're here, please, please, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you could share this video, it really, really helps me out. I want to always be in a position to be able to help you guys like this. The only thing that I ask in return is that you engage, you like the video that we have right now, you subscribe to the channel, and you subscribe to the channel and you share this with another entrepreneur that you know. Okay. I might come back tomorrow. I see a lot of questions about launching. I'm just writing it down. Hold on one second. This is giving me a podcast idea. Ooh, I just got excited because I got a little lesson. I like this process. I have you up on both platforms, running up the numbers. Let's go. Okay. So someone, can y'all type in the Instagram why they can't hear me? Because like I have the whole comment pinned here and I don't know why I keep saying it's muted on purpose. YouTube link is in the bio. Okay. What do we post, email, etc. in between launches? We want to live every Monday. Okay, Imani. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to go into each strategy that I shared with you guys. However, when you are launching, the key components to the launch, are going to be things like connecting and reaching out to your email list, your text list. You have your content ready to go. You're not creating content on demand. You have content ready to go. But when you are posting this content, you are not, when you are posting this content, you're not just creating a post and you don't have supporting content to support whatever you're launching, right? So that means that some of you may, for example, launch something on Instagram. You might launch something on your Instagram and you create a post like, oh, I've got this new community that's coming out. But when I look at the rest of your page, it's pictures of you and your family and your children and, you know, this other product or service. I can't find anything else related to this thing that you're launching. So that's why I talked about having the launch strategy earlier. I forget what number it is, but that's why I talked about having the launch strategy earlier. Thank you. I am by Harris, B Harris. Will you make sure you like this video for me, please? I want to get to 100 likes on this YouTube before I end the live. 100 likes. We're at 94 right now. I need 6 more people to like this video. 6. All right. So you want to make sure that you have, you're not just sending an email, you have a sequence of emails or a campaign of emails, meaning multiple emails that go out. And not only do you have emails saying, hey, this is what we're launching, this is what we have available, you have emails that say, okay, based on if they open this email, we're going to send out this kind of communication. If they click this link, we're going to send this kind of communication. If they didn't send the link, we're going to do this kind, or if they didn't click the link, we're going to send them this type of communication, right? This is all launch. Text messages the same way, your social media the same way, lives on social media. Launching is really like you're omnipresent in your exposure sources. So that also means that you could be going on a podcast tour and, you know, all these different things, the podcast run. You're getting all the exposure that you can. You're highlighting the product, the features, the benefits. You're highlighting your unique selling proposition. All these things together work for a launch. And maybe that's what we'll talk about next. Maybe that's what I'll teach about on full transparency. Maybe on the next episode of Full Transparency, we'll talk about that. If you are on the YouTube and you have not liked this video, even if you're just in here dropping in just to be nosy, I can't see who liked it. Just do me a favor. If this was helpful to you, please like the video and subscribe to the page, because one of my personal strategies this year is to build my YouTube presence or to build my personal brand via my YouTube. You don't have to keep showing me evidence of the importance of showing up on multiple platforms and only leveraging one platform, how dangerous it is to only leverage one platform. Like, I don't need too many lessons from there. Also YouTube and Facebook right now, believe it or not, YouTube and Facebook and Snapchat. Snapchat is now rewarding influencers and content creators, but YouTube, Facebook, and now Snapchat are going to be your highest monetization sources in terms of social media. Okay, in terms of social media. So that's also really, 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 really important. Okay, she says she asked her question wrong. I apologize, I asked it wrong. After we launch and until our next launch, what content do you post? Same. It is launch strategy is the same behavior over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, so you're doing the same stuff over and over and over again, and you're creating, I'm trying to get some up on my computer, and you're creating a variation of how you're showcasing that information. You're creating a variation of how you are showcasing that information over and over and over again. So if you see that this one particular style of email worked, then you would say, how can I reword this email? How can I tweak it a little bit to send this same information out, because y'all liked it so much, let me send the same information out and have the same, if not higher level of engagement. Okay, the same, if not higher level of engagement. Okay, we are at 96 likes. 96. Can we get 3 more? before we hop off this live. Before we hop off this live, can we get 3 more? Let me see if there are any more questions. I just need 3 more. We're gonna end this live with 100 likes. Also, you guys, really quickly, if you are looking for mentorship, if you resonate with the way I teach information, if you understand it is valuable and you are an entrepreneur who wants to grow professionally, personally, and financially, and it's like, look, enough is enough. I don't want to do it on my own anymore. I know that I need the support, I need the accountability, and I need a community of like-minded individuals who are helping to support me on this journey, then you really do need to be in my mentorship community. There are so many features and benefits that I'm not going to talk about necessarily right here because we've been here for a long time now, more than an hour and a half. But you can go to actionableceo.com, actionableceo.com. And I wish I had the comments turned on inside of the YouTube so you guys could hear from some of the CEOs, the actionable CEOs that I'm already mentoring. But if you're looking for improving your habits, if you are looking for developing new habits, if you are looking for making more money, if you know that you need to change your mindset, you could use a reset on your mindset. You need to be inside of Actionable CEO with me as your mentor, actionableceo.com. This is the one offer that I have made that makes it affordable for any entrepreneur who's serious about their growth and development to join me there. It's $97 a month. You come in, you leave whenever you want to, but it's $97 a month. And the benefits are more than I can communicate to you. You get first dibs on my events. You get the opportunity to support there first. You get to work with me behind the scenes, meaning you get to sit in environments just like this virtually and have co-working days with me and my team. I have co-working days with you. We just did one live in Atlanta, Georgia, maybe 2 weeks ago at this point, where we invited everybody to come into Atlanta for free for a live co-working day. That alone, working together and creating productivity and seeing how you should prioritize your productivity, that alone is worth the $97 a month that it costs to be a mentor, a community member of the Actionable CEO mentorship community. Keisha said, just be ready to take action. Yes, because I absolutely hold you accountable. There's a book club and I teach you, this is going to sound really silly and I'm not trying you. Trust me, I'm not trying you. But I teach you how to read books. I teach you how to take that information off of those pages and actually apply it, how to think critically about what you read from these tools and resources and how to apply it to you in real life so you can start to get immediate results. You can start to see immediate improvement, immediate shifts. We're going to have a really, really, really powerful lesson. Yes, Natasha, you need to join actionableceo.com, actionableceo.com. If you're confused, the link is also in the YouTube bio and it's on my Instagram bio as well. Is it easier to contact you via email or social media? You can always just send a DM. And if it is an email or a message that we need to respond to, we definitely respond. I'm just looking at the comments real quick, making sure I see everything. All right. It looks like that is everything. Thank you guys for getting us beyond my goal of 100 likes. We exceeded that goal. I'm super grateful for you guys. If you like this, come over to YouTube. Come over to Instagram. First of all, take a picture. Take a screenshot and tag me. Tell me you were on the live today and which of the growth strategies stood out to you. Which of the growth strategies stood out to you the most today that you need to work on, focus on, implement the most. So take a picture and tag me in your stories. Because y'all be posting me in the most ridiculous moments, all right? Anyway, I'll see y'all next time. Talk soon. ActionableCEO.com. Bye.